What Happens in the Woods is a true crime podcast. We discuss events that are often violent in nature. Listeners' discretion is advised.
Mate, what wanker wrote this? Have you heard this podcast? Jess just drones on and on, talking and talking, blah, blah, blah. Bryce just says, okay, and uh-huh. Don't get me started on Mara and Olivia. Shit, we're still recording? Bryce, cue the music.
Welcome to WTF Wednesday, half an hour of true crime stories. It's the finest in fuckery. Now here is your host, Jess, with true crime stories that'll make you say, what the fuck?
You didn't change anything.
Nothing. I told you.
I think that was part of your thing.
Can't be changed.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. All right. I still at any point am expecting a change, a surprise, because you are you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you. Been married too long.
I liked for everyone to say, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hello. In case you have not guessed, this is What Happens in the Woods, and you have made it to the What the Fuck Wednesdays. And let me be the first to say to you, welcome back to the fuckery, my friends.
I'm back, bitches. I want to hear I'm acting different.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. So we know that this is what everybody's been waiting for. I know it's what Bryce has been waiting for.
What?
Can't stand it when we don't do WTFs. And we're here to give you what you want. So for anyone new who's listening in, this is the lighter side of our podcast where we share stories from around the world that may leave you saying, what the fuck? Now, for those who are well-versed in the fuckery, you may remember that this is a family affair for us. So of course, we've got people. So let me welcome the gang. And thanks to the power of technology, we have made this happen today. So first, we have with us Miss Olivia, hype girl for the Florida fuckery.
Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
We also have with us Cass, who everyone will know. Oh,
Right.
What?
you were just so ready to get that music going. You cut me off.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Everybody's going to remember Cass.
Hi. Formally. But now I'm Cass, so
Yes.
do with that what you will.
Woo!
We've got Cass with us doing the fun facts. And we are so proud and honored to have our podcast besties from Crimes and Closets with us for this fuckery today.
Whoop, whoop.
Yay! We've got the Killer Bees reunited once again. Please
That's right.
give a huge welcome to Beth.
Woo!
Where's the button?
Oh, the button? No, I had to ask Beth a question.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Beth, can I guess where you're from?
You can.
Okay. Can you give me 3 guesses?
Okay.
Okay. Is this one right?
Salvador!
Are you from Salvador?
Am I from where?
Salvador?
No.
Finland?
No.
Look at her.
Don't do it.
Are you from France? Hello, Beth.
Oh my God, that poor dying
my
goose.
I know. We'll go through the whole thing. Thank you, Beth. That was from Beth.
So happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. And last but not least, we cannot forget everybody's favorite Long Islander and, when this drops, birthday girl, Christy.
Yay, Christy. Uh-oh.
Be scared.
Yeah, I'm scared. I had help with this one. So, I don't know. I wanted to introduce you
I'm a little nervous.
big and No.
just gonna take a guess. Is it Vanilla Ice?
No. Oh, that's horrible. It almost was Vanilla Ice.
No.
I don't, Beth, can you hear it?
No.
Oh my goodness. What is up with that?
Oh no.
Do you want me to give her a hint what it is?
Yeah.
We just talked about it on the Patreon.
Is it Kelly Clark? Singing it. Yes.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry you can't hear
That
it.
sucks.
I
He
know
was
that.
so excited about it too.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Well,
Well.
thanks for trying.
It's still funny. It's okay.
yes, it is.
Well, welcome, Closet Sisters, to the crazy. You are officially
Thank you
here
for
with What the
having us.
Fucks. Oh,
yes,
of course.
thanks so much. So excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, Beth is actually going to share a definitely fucking crazy story with us.
I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I have one, a really recent one in my life. So I live in North Carolina, super sweet southern town, and tiny town. I mean, comparatively, and a really cute little neighborhood, older kind of type neighborhood. We got the big lots, so it's like a little older. And next, like up the street from me, it has been discovered that there is a house where they have been filming pornography videos in the house. It was rented. It was an Airbnb. It was listed as an Airbnb, but whoever was renting it as the Airbnb was filming porn in the home, and it got raided by like a SWAT team. And it was humongous. It was like they had vans upon vans of SWAT because there was so much video equipment in the home
Oh, wow.
that it took vans. Apparently there were like scantily clothed women running from the home, and like, guys, I don't know.
I really kind of wish I still lived there.
Oh
that we
my
could just be
God.
like on the front porch, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Sipping
The
your
HOA
tea.
meeting was lit.
I'm sure it was.
Oh,
Like, board of directors came in real hot about that. So now we are not allowed to have Airbnbs anymore. And I did look up. So I knew the former owners of the home because they were neighbors. And one was like a teacher at a local school,
My kid's teacher.
Oh,
Yes,
Wow.
Christy's kid had this teacher.
No,
And so
former
I-
owners, right? You said former?
Well, so it is the former owners,
Okay.
but I didn't know that. I
Oh.
thought that they were still the owner, or I was wondering if they were still the owners. So I have now looked up on tax records to see, like, definitely people called me and told me that this was happening, and I was like, ooh, let me learn all the things. And so it's no longer listed on Airbnb, and the people that I knew as owners, who really were not like the greatest people, like
No, they were weird.
they were yeah.
Mhm.
And but they are no longer the owners. I don't know these owners. They've like never actually lived here, so I think that they just don't care who is renting their home. Obviously,
Obviously. Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
it is now being gutted. Like the last time I went by, it was like, when I say gutted, I mean like they're bringing out the drywall, y'all.
It's too
Like-
much bodily fluids all around the
Oh,
house.
that's what I was thinking. I was running by and I saw them bringing out like carpet panels and was like, "Muh."
Oh, God. Oh, God.
No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know.
No.
Like, it's not a murder house, but I feel as though crimes were committed against
Oh,
humanity.
yes,
So,
definitely.
oh my god. Oh. Anyway, so that's my What the F Wednesday for you.
Property
Absolutely.
values are plummeting as we speak.
Oh,
We're
Right.
doing great. Doing great. My kids are super safe. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's great. Good times, good times. Well, thank you. That was perfect. When I heard you talk about that on your podcast, I was like, oh my God. That if I've ever heard WTF, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You know what's most crazy about that, though? It's not the craziest thing that's happened to me.
Shut up.
Oh, I think you guys have a new podcast.
It's another
Right?
episode. It's another episode.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well,
I know.
yeah.
I live in paradise, Cass. Remember I was telling you earlier, like, it's the greatest place ever to live. Just don't mind the crime.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep my head down, and
I will know a newly renovated home soon. So.
oh yes, that's very convenient, actually.
There you go.
Exactly. Right up the street.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, my first story for the WTF is out of the great state of Oklahoma, where a sanitation worker found nearly 250 firearms just tossed in the trash outside of a gun store.
What?
In a dumpster.
Just in the dumpster?
As you do.
150 is a lot.
Yeah. Apparently, the gun store owner threw the guns away in the business dumpster because they were quote unquote defective. So the sanitation worker made a call to the local police, who in turn reached out to the federal agents on January 19th of this year after making the discovery. ATF agents showed up to investigate, and what they found were 12 shotguns and 236 rifles in the dumpster outside of one of 3 businesses that were owned by a gentleman by the name of Raymond Masato. So all 3 of these LLCs that he had federal firearms licenses. So court records show that a representative for the holding company told ATF that the firearms in the dumpster were all defective and that they had been instructed by ATF to destroy the firearms the previous year. Why it took so long, I don't know. And for those who don't know, such as myself, I wouldn't know the proper way to dispose of defective weapons. But the information from the search warrant obtained states that the procedure would be to cut through the weapon in 3 separate sections all the way through. The problem is ATF agents found that the weapons in the dumpster had only been partially cut through 1 time, not 3. And despite this, they were all still working weapons. So there was an employee from a nearby business that came over while they were out there, and, you know, they'd come and were looking in the dumpster and trying to sort this all out. He states that he observed a worker at the firearms store disposing of guns on multiple occasions.
So not just one time.
Not just one time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What in the world? So how? But they were still working, you said.
Yes.
So they weren't defective.
They were not defective, no. And they had not been made so that they wouldn't work either. Because even if they're defective, you are supposed to apparently... It may be a federal thing. It may be only in Oklahoma. I really couldn't see. But these, in this particular case, were supposed to have been cut all the way through 3 separate sections. And they were not. So apparently this, had happened before. The gentleman then went on to say that the employee gave him, quote, 2 uncut and fully functional shotguns so that he could hang them on his wall to display at home.
What?
Just here you go. Just
That's
want you to
weird.
know they're defective, quote unquote, defective guns. So you're not going to be able to go out and shoot them. And the guy said, hey, I don't want to shoot him. I just want to hang him on my wall.
Okay.
And so the kid, who was a teenager, maybe 17, 18 years old, just says, here you go. Here they are. Right.
I have questions for said teenager.
Honestly. He also, this teenager, supplied him with 2 magazines for good measure, 1 for each gun.
But he's just hanging them on his wall. Why does he need magazines?
Thank you. Don't know. And I'm not putting this into, like, this is not a political thing. Have your guns, don't have your guns, whatever. The stupidity here is just next level. Like, there was no background check done. Just hands over 2 shotguns.
Well, yeah, but he's underage.
But he's underage. Possibly. It could not be confirmed who this person is because the owner and everybody that worked at this company was mysteriously out of state when these were found.
Oh.
So they can't even confirm who this alleged 17, 18, 19-year-old person would have been. But, just hands him over. here you go. Yeah, here you go. I'm going to throw them away anyways. Here's 2 guns for you, 2 shotguns for you. Also, a single cut with a circular saw on the side of the magazine well is not the same as 3 full cuts through a weapon.
No.
And that's all that was attempted to dispose of these, apparently.
That's a lot of guns.
A lot of guns. And that's just one apparent time that this happened, because the guy that took 2 shotguns home said that he had seen the same person doing this at least 2 other times.
Can we talk about the person who took the shotguns?
Right?
Like, 'cause if someone came up to me in a back alley and was like, "You want some shotguns to hang on your wall? By the way, here's some magazines." I don't think I'd be like, "Yeah, cool."
Apparently this guy asked for the shotguns though, so he was cool. He was absolutely cool with it. He was like, "Yeah, give me these. Can I take them?" Yeah, it's crazy. I also did read, and I cannot confirm this, but it sounded like the licenses. This happened in 2022. It sounded like the licenses that the 3 like federal firearms licenses had not been renewed as of 2020. So how this gentleman was even still selling guns is questionable as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's just a whole lot of fuckery there. Just craziness. Just throwing shit away in the garbage. I don't know. I mean, I guess dumpster diving for guns is a whole new hobby.
It is.
Yeah.
It is in Oklahoma.
That's what I was going to say. Oklahoma.
Apparently, it could prove very profitable
Right.
for you.
Oklahoma this summer. I'm now questioning my decisions on this.
No,
Just stay away from the dumpsters.
yeah, don't go to any dumpsters. I also question, why is it called the Sooner State? What is that about? Does anybody know the Sooner? Isn't that the Sooner State?
I think
Isn't soon like soon?
Yeah, like sooner. Like, I'll get you sooner or later. What does that mean?
Great question. I can see the Google happening over there.
Yeah,
I know, I
yes. Bryce is Googling. Oh, are you Googling too, Christy?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you.
Stay tuned. Everybody,
Yes.
stay tuned.
What is Washington? What's the state?
Oh,
called in Washington?
you know what? I don't know.
It's the Evergreen
Yeah,
State.
the evergreen.
Oh, I should have known that. Everything is evergreen or emerald or, yeah.
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 No,
North
that's
Carolina is first in flight
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
because
That one I
we
would
invented
know.
the airplane.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, according to the Google, it says that people poured like into Oklahoma, like they went into Oklahoma to stake their claims, and the people who entered the region before the land's like starting time was at noon, and so they were dubbed the Sooners. I don't
You know what? If it takes more than like one sentence to
Right.
What does that
explain,
even mean?
change
Yeah.
the saying,
Yeah.
change the phrase. That is
Okay.
so annoying.
Doesn't
So-
even mean.
Whole
Anyway.
paragraph, just understand it. First in flight, people. Self-explanatory. Come on.
It's very confusing.
No, like back in the day, Oklahoma was like, it was a Native American reservation, and then all of a sudden the government like kicked them out and said to the white settlers like, "Hey, if you get to this place at this time, you have land." Like some crazy manifest destiny shit like that. Excuse my
That's
friend.
North
Didn't they-
Carolina too.
Well, isn't that like, what's that movie with Tom Cruise? Far and Away.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that at the end of that
yes.
movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they did. Yep, exactly.
I'm having like flashbacks of watching that movie.
Well, so now that you've explained that, it makes more sense. They got there before the time, so they were
Right.
like too soon, so they were Sooners.
Yeah.
Now it makes
It's
sense.
still
Thank you.
stupid. Sorry if you live in Oklahoma.
Thank you, Cass.
It's still stupid. Yeah.
Cass needs to be Wikipedia apparently from now on. Rewrite Wikipedia because
No, why do you think
You-
Cass
you
does the
explained
fun
it so much
facts?
better.
Yeah.
I'm saying that made so much more sense.
Right.
No, I am a wealth. I know a little bit about a lot of shit. So, you know, do with that what you will. And you can ask me anything. I might know something.
A wealth of knowledge. Some useful, some useless, but it's all knowledge.
all useful to somebody.
Right.
I mean, I don't feel like anything will ever top baby safety deposit box. But
No.
the people I
No.
was just-
That's literally
cool.
how the inception of all this happened, was your baby safe deposit boxes.
I remember it really well. I really remember that.
I had a huge discussion about safe deposit boxes, and every time she sees one on TikTok now, she sends it to me.
No, they're cool. Now they're clear. So,
You'll have to give an update on that at some point then.
right.
You have an update for people on the baby safe deposit boxes.
I will get on that.
Okay. Well, our next story comes out of Peru, where authorities stopped a man who had been suspected of being drunk and disorderly at a park. Julio Cesar Bermejo? Yeah, was detained, and his belongings, most notably a large red food delivery type cooler bag. And it was not DoorDash. It was just a food delivery bag. I know. I was like, DoorDash is everywhere. No, so this huge, and when I say big, it's big. It's like igloo cooler, like you take camping or something size. They found remains of a 600 to 800-year-old mummy in this delivery bag.
Dude just walking around with mummy?
Yeah, in a park. Yeah.
And intoxicated?
Yeah.
How do you get your hands on that?
Well, glad you asked.
Okay.
When asked about the mummy in his bag, he said the mummy, who he referred to as Juanita, had been in his family for 30 years, and he had brought her to the park to show his friends. She needed, a day away, and
she needed a break.
Yeah,
she didn't want to be mummy today. She wanted to be
right
at the park.
And
where was she?
So this is what he had to say. Quote, "It sleeps in my bedroom with me.
No.
There's my bed, the TV set, and next to it, there's Juanita."
No.
What? Oh.
Going on to add, quote, "I take care of it. It's like, if you'll pardon the expression, as if it were my spiritual girlfriend," end quote.
No.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So the kicker is that after the mummy was in Peru's Ministry of Culture's custody, it was realized that Juanita was actually Juan. Thought to be a male who lived to be about 45 years old in around 1200 to 1500, time frame, when the Incans were, their empire was going in that region. Somehow Julio's father got a hold of this mummy and brought it home 30 years ago, and it just hung out with Julio in his bedroom. And
I thought it was like one of their dead family relatives, and it's just like, yeah, let's go over here, Auntie Juanita.
No, it's like an actual, like, should not be out and about, fragile.
That's karma.
Mummy.
Bad juju.
It's weird. I mean, really, talk about some weird juju.
I don't even like to go inside funeral homes because I feel like I'm going to take something home. I can't imagine, like, plowing around with a mummy.
Yeah, I don't know how you just have that. Like he said, there's my bed, there's my TV, there's Juanita. What? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like the Key West story that we talked about where the guy, I don't know if you know this story, but the guy who kept his like lover's corpse and like made a makeshift mummy out of her.
She became
for,
like
7 years.
Yeah, she became like paper mache, more paper mache kind of. Yeah. Yes.
And it was 7 years before her family finally figured out that she was not in her tomb. Yeah. And she was actually like at his house living with him.
That's so disruptive.
It's disgusting.
Key West. It's
Florida.
It's something. It is. It just
Florida's always had some fuckery.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw the place where I saw like her tomb, and the place when we were in Key West, we did like a tour, like a haunted tour. And I'm telling you, there were orbs in my dang picture.
Yeah.
Like stuff was going on around that tomb. It was creepy. I had a really bad feeling. I did not want to stay. Like I left the area before the guy even finished his speech and was like, I shall Google this information later. I cannot be here.
Can you imagine, like, her soul is so disrupted? It's what piece is there?
I hope not.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure.
Felt like it was.
Yeah. That's creepy.
Atlanta. That's, yeah.
It's incredibly creepy. Yeah. And this guy, yeah, good luck and God bless. This guy and his, yeah.
Uncle Juan, not Aunt Juanita.
Yeah. No. No.
Yes.
Yeah, right. No.
So we'll move on next to a story out of California where in October of 2022, a car that had been reported missing for over 30 years was found buried in the backyard of a $15 million mansion. $15 million mansion.
I think I heard this one.
It kind of made some news. Buried. Yes.
Wait, where in California?
In Silicon Valley.
Oh, you know what? I'll
Did
just
you-
pop right over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go ahead, San Mateo County. So imagine doing a little, landscaping in the backyard of your multi-million-dollar mansion. And the landscapers that you've hired find a Mercedes-Benz that's buried about 4 to 5 feet in the ground.
4 to 5 feet? That's not far at all.
No. The car was also filled with bags of unused cement. It's not like it was in a pool or something. It wasn't in a body of water.
No.
I don't know why there was
They
cement
just
in
had
it.
to take precautions.
Hopefully.
Just to make sure.
I guess.
Well, also, who has the time to bury an entire car?
What was
Like,
the
that's-
reason?
Okay.
Millionaires? I don't know. I mean, he I don't know.
I don't even want to dig a hole for a body. No,
Right.
that's a entire car.
I mean,
That's a big hole.
it's a huge hole.
How do you even get it in there? Like, did he just put a thing of unused cement onto the gas pedal and was like, boop?
Great question.
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe he drove it down. Maybe he like dug a ramp and he drove it down the ramp.
That's
Maybe?
it. That's
I don't know.
excessive. That's too much.
Well, the cement filling the
doing
car
too
is too much.
It's all
Well,
too
what-
much.
Yeah, it is.
It's supposed to be like a pool.
No.
And then they dug it in.
No, there was no. They literally they did bring in like the ground radar.
Ground penetrating.
Penetrating radar. That's what I was trying to say. And there's no other, like it literally was just this car in the backyard. There's nothing else.
Could be explained though if they were like, we're gonna dig a pool and we're gonna do it ourselves, and then it got too hard and they were like, dang it, we're just gonna throw all these bags of cement we had for our pool in our Mercedes and shove it in the hole and call it a day.
I don't know, Beth. I think I might question that still. I don't know.
Well, and you said this car was missing for 30 years.
No,
right?
the car was missing. He had reported it missing. Yeah.
So it was reported missing.
Yeah.
So, but okay. I'm just so confused.
I know. I know.
What was in the trunk?
Nothing. So they did bring in cadaver dogs and they reportedly like alerted to a light scent in the car, but they excavated the car and brought it back to the San Mateo Crime Lab for inspection. They didn't find anything in it other than the cement, the unused cement. So it wasn't even like wet cement.
You didn't even do anything and you still hid the car.
No.
Yeah, it just does not track.
So
Nothing crazy or
Wait.
anything.
right.
Okay, wait. Was it the owner of the house's car?
So, okay, so I'm getting to that. So all of the articles that I read did not actually name the person that the car belonged to. But the person who owned the home during the time of the car that when it was reported, his name is Johnny Liu. And Liu had been convicted of attempted murder and insurance fraud and had a conviction of murder overturned in the 1960s in Los Angeles. So he is not a stranger to crime. I, from here, was thinking like mob ties maybe, but it just seems like he just had some issues. In 1977, he served 3 years on 2 counts of attempted murder. Only 3 years. And then the insurance fraud charges claim that Liu hired undercover police in the Bay Area to take his $1.2 million yacht, quote, out west to the Golden Gate Bridge and put it in the bottom, end quote, of like international waters. So this really was just another scheme for insurance fraud, is what it boils down to.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yep.
That's disappointing.
A little bit, yeah. There were no remains, like I said. The radar came up with ground penetrating radar came up with nothing else. And from what I can tell, there was no suspicion of anything else at play, just insurance fraud. Lou has since passed away. He actually passed away in 2015 here in Washington.
Oh.
Yeah, which was
wow.
weird. The family sold that house a year before he passed away. And the family that currently owns the home, of course, is not under any suspicion or anything. But they have not, I think that they don't want to confirm that it's his car. But there was one report that I read where the news source said that they saw on the license plate, it was personalized, spelled Lew, Lew, as his last name is. So.
It was on the car?
It was on the car.
Oh, yeah. This is a huge insurance scam.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll find I'm going to go digging. I wonder if they'll find anything else buried or like under the water. This guy, whatever, like if he's just doing this for insurance money.
Yeah.
Other things.
And he built that house, apparently. So like he was the builder of that house. So there's a good chance that something else was going on. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, he died getting away with it. So I guess it works.
It's all because of the bags of cement.
But
That's all I'm going to say. It was because of that he got away with it.
I'm so confused, though. Was that to help it like start sinking lower into the ground?
Yeah, that's what because like you don't need it to sink lower in the ground.
Right. It is.
And it was one bag of cement. Maybe
No. It wasn't. It was a lot. It was filled.
Oh.
Yeah, it was filled with bags of cement.
Well, see, I was thinking it was just like one bag of cement. I'm like, what the hell do you do with just one bag?
No, he had it filled.
Okay, maybe he thought he was going to drive it into the river, and he's like, no, screw it. I got landscapers. No, I don't know. 4 or 5 foot hole is not that big either.
Maybe
Right.
maybe that's what he thought he was going to do. He was going to go into like a river or like a bay or something, and he was like, oh, maybe they might watch me on like, I don't know, and like follow him or someone's going to see him. So he was like, let me just go to my backyard. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I don't know. Digging a hole big enough for a car, even if it's only 4 or 5 feet deep, is not easy peasy, though.
No.
That's like not inconspicuous at all.
Right.
No, you're gonna need an excavator.
Right.
Like, this is not
Maybe
a one
he was going
shovel
to do
job.
more. Maybe he was going to put more in there.
Maybe.
Well, do you think possibly he thought by putting all of that cement in there that like as it rained and water seeped through that it would, I mean, I know that it was in bags, but like that it would actually make like a concrete, like just fill up the car with concrete?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Why would he take them out of the bags then?
Well, I don't know. That's why this is what the fuck.
Yeah, Mr. Lou, thank you for not giving us answers.
Right. That was kind of a mind fuck because I really was questioning like, why the hell would you do this? Like I get getting rid of the car for insurance money. I get that, but why is this the process? Why is this how you chose to do that?
It's
Burn
actually
it like
pretty smart,
3
though.
doors down or something like, or not 3 doors, but 3 blocks down. Someone stole it and then they set it on fire. There you go. Like,
Right.
why are you burying it?
Right. I don't know. And you've already gone to jail for, maybe he just was trying to do it on his own because he's already been to jail for insurance fraud, for trying to commit insurance fraud on his
Maybe he
yacht.
thought he could bury it. He'd get the money for it. Even if he got caught, then he would come back
And unbury
and
it?
unbury it. And then he'd have his, his
Oh,
Yeah, but
Mercedes still.
clean it though.
yeah,
it's just
the
dirt.
cement would make it really messy.
Right.
Yeah. Cement just does not make any sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Not one bit.
No.
Yeah, that's
Definitely the curveball.
yeah.
I love that that's the weird thing. That's the, yeah.
That's what we're gonna think about before we go to bed. What was the bags for?
Right.
What is it?
I'd like, these are the questions. These are the questions that we need answered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not now because he's dead, so
Yeah.
you don't need to come back
He's
and tell
gone.
us to rest in peace.
No, sir. No, I don't need that answer that bad. We are not inviting anybody here.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's not one. Let's not do it again.
No, we don't need to invite anything. No. That's why we sage. Yeah.
I need to start doing it.
You really do. You really do. All right, now we're going to go to everybody's fun fact finder, Cass.
Fun facts with Ed Cass.
What do you got for us?
Okay. All right. So have you guys heard about those like crazy laws from back in the day?
Oh, yeah. I love reading those.
Okay, so I have one for you.
Oh, no.
So, as of, let's see, as of 1980, no, sorry, I'm dyslexic, 1897 in Michigan, it's illegal to curse when women or children are around to hear the foul language.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, right. So, we all know this happens on a daily basis. Like, come on. Right? Well, when do you think the last time someone was arrested for it was?
Oh. 2 years ago.
No.
Oh.
1998.
Oh.
1998, this man, he was riding down the Rifle River in Michigan in his canoe, and it overturned. And of course, he was fucking losing his mind because his canoe just overturned in a river. And apparently someone heard him. And he was fined $75 and spent 4 days in community service.
Oh, shit. Community service and a fine?
Yes. Now, what's most insane about this is it was an actual jury that convicted him. So, like, a group of people got together and said, yes, we're going to convict him for this.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm sorry, but I feel like I don't understand the law. But, like, you know, if you're just walking down the street and you're cursing, fine. Like, let's not do that. But this man's canoe overturned. I really kind of feel like he has the right to get a little frustration out and not have to do community service and get fined.
Right. Right.
Did they call 911?
Literally, I was going to say that.
I am on the such and such river, and this guy just said the F word super
Oh my God.
lots of times, and my kids heard it. I need a response immediately.
Karen.
Yes, I was just about to say it's probably a super Karen. I need to speak to the manager.
You know what's insane about this law is that you can serve up to 90 days in jail for this criminal offense.
Okay. What if you are a woman, though, and you say something? Are you still punishable with this law?
Yes, the Michigan law just says you cannot curse when women or children are around to hear the foul language. So I'm assuming that a woman who decided that she wanted to cuss could also be liable.
What if it's a child?
Yeah, in front of the children. Think of the children.
That I will have to look into.
Yeah,
but
this is why we don't live in Michigan. I wouldn't be able to live in Michigan. I'd be in jail for 30,
This is why?
30 to 90 days. Every
No,
week, I'd be in jail for something.
And so thankfully, the man did win an appeal case, and it was overturned in 2002.
It took 4 years.
Yeah,
Did he get a $75?
Pandemic
back?
was in there somewhere too.
2002.
Oh no.
I hope so. Well, Judge William Murphy of the Michigan Court of
was
Appeals
98.
Oh, got it. Okay.
basically said, you know, First Amendment rights, like, what is it? So, yeah, there's a law.
Very interesting.
I get the inception of the law back in the day. Sure, you know, that's
But I just
absolutely
find
ridiculous.
that funny because, like, back in when the law even became a law, no one respected a woman.
No, but these are the no. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you do that if you didn't respect the women and care for them properly? But you're gonna make a law saying I can't cuss in front of them.
Yeah,
Because it looks good on paper.
yeah.
I guess.
Michigan is not even one of those states that like prides itself on being like super wholesome.
No.
You know, it's not like
I went to a music festival once there. Like, it's Michigan. Great time, great people, but they're a fun time. So I don't expect them to be particularly prudish about things.
exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like in North Carolina, that makes a little more sense because, you know, people care more about their like how people view them and they're Southern and sweet and polite and, you know, all that like Southern gentlemen. But like Michigan is like Detroit.
Yeah. I would expect something like that from, like a southern state or like Utah.
Yeah.
A very conservative
even that makes more sense.
state. Yeah.
Yeah, but good old Michigan brought it in.
Yeah. I hope no one listens to your podcast on speaker there then.
You might get arrested, Jess.
You know, I live life on the edge on a daily. These are the decisions that I make. I roll with it.
You could say that you have committed multiple misdemeanors.
You know, I say it all the time, like criminal mischief, that charge, it sounds like a fucking hoot. I would love to have that associated with my name, but I don't want to have it associated with my name because I don't want to go to jail. But it sounds like something I should do. And now if this allows me to do it, that'd be great.
Just do it.
I almost got in trouble for criminal mischief one time.
Oh my God, Beth.
Oh,
You're my hero.
Do tell.
I swear to God, my brother, who is an attorney, totally got us out of it. So when we were teenagers, I'm from West Virginia. Okay, there was not a lot to do. I feel like I need to disclaimer that. But we had this lady who went to our church who was a real Karen. Like she wasn't nice at all. And she had these geese. But she used to sit, okay, I don't know if you guys remember these from like back in the 90s, but they were these like ceramic geese that were like 4 feet tall. And people would set them in front of their homes and they would dress them up in outfits.
Yes.
And so like in the spring, it would be like a spring outfit. And in Easter, it would be this like Easter outfit and St. Patrick's Day and Christmas and all this crap, right? And they changed their outfits. And homegirl loved her geese. She did. She spent a lot of money and a lot of time dressing those geese up. We stole them. Totally went to her house and stole them. And then we took a picture. We put duct tape on their faces and took Polaroids of them and put them in her mailbox. Like,
oh my God, y'all are horrible.
Like you abducted them and you're asking for ransom.
Exactly.
yes. That's exactly.
How old were you?
She was awful.
Oh my
So
God.
young. We were like 16 and 17 years old.
Wow.
Newly licensed teenagers. And this is what we were doing in the middle of the night. Oh my God, it was so ridiculous. And I can remember running, and she had this huge yard, like in this valley in between these beautiful mountains. And we were running. We stopped in the middle of the night and parked our car, and we're running through her yard. And every time a car would drive by, we would just fall. Lay flat until we got these geese, and it took forever to get them back to our car. We got in so much trouble, guys. I can't recommend criminal mischief. I cannot.
Oh, but you've got such an awesome story from it.
No kidding.
Now it's funny. Now I was scared. I was crapping my pants when we got caught. I want to apologize.
You heard it right here, folks. Beth, criminal
True
mischief.
story.
Yeah.
I'm your local criminal right here.
That's
I'm
right.
a little jealous.
Never charged.
Well, that's
prove
what's
anything.
important. Yeah. That's what's important.
Wish I still had those Polaroids. Though.
Oh my God.
Right here.
That, oh man. Missed opportunities.
There could still be. Did they take them as evidence?
Right.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I was
Never
gonna
saw
say.
them again. I asked no questions.
Yeah.
Can I get my
I
pictures back right
reserved-
away?
I would like my pictures back, please. They're my property.
Reserved the right to remain silent in that situation.
Probably
As
a
you
good
Go
thing.
now, folks.
As you should. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was a tangent. I'm sorry about that.
No, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. I loved every minute of all of that. Thank you, Cass, for your fun fact. That was, yeah. Have they repealed it? This is stupid. Have they repealed it?
Let me look that up really quick.
Because I feel like if the guy got his, thing overturned, his conviction of it overturned, how the hell are you going to waste a jury's time on that? Can you imagine if you're the juror, like you're going through the selection?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're missing words for that.
Did you get a murder case? No.
No.
Did you get an arson case? No. Mm-mm. I got a cussing case.
Mm-hmm. A guy lost his canoe.
I would have been like, what the fuck?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Okay, so-
Be careful who you say that around.
All right.
Michigan. Bleed out Michigan.
So this is still in the Michigan Penal Code.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
section 705.103, cussing and swearing. Any person who has arrived at the age of discretion, who shall profanely curse or damn or swear by the name of God, Jesus Christ, or the Holy Spirit, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, and no such prosecution shall be sustained unless it shall be commenced within 5 days after the commission of such offense. Yeah.
They pulled out the Trinity.
That's right.
I was gonna say they did. They made it religious even.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting worse, Michigan.
God.
I kind of would love for us to all take a trip where we can step foot in Michigan,
And do the
just cuss, and then step out.
yeah.
No,
Do the
who
George
will
Carlin.
volunteer to let me call 911 about this?
Oh gosh.
Who I will call? Jess, is it you? Criminal mischief girl.
I mean, I'll do it. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Why the hell
So I
not?
have a correction. That so the guy's name was Timothy Boomer, and he did with his reversal of his conviction, it did strike down the law. So we're good.
As it should.
But
Yeah.
you would,
Another missed opportunity.
Man.
you'd also think that the Bill of Rights would have struck that down. The First
I mean,
Amendment.
I think that's why it got. He did get win his appeal, right?
Because
That's what you said. First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's I think what they fought about it over.
Yeah, because you said that law was in 1897.
Yeah. Yeah, and this occurred in 1998, and he fought for what he said it was his First Amendment right. So that's why it was overturned in 2002. I'm just assuming that they didn't convict too often. That's how all I can assume. So
Interesting.
yeah, so don't. I guess you can cuss in Michigan now, so we're good.
I don't want to test it now.
Oh, I do.
I don't want to know now.
I do. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. All
So
right.
much fun. Yeah, I can send you the news article.
Well, yes, please do, so we can cite sources.
Yeah.
We're compliant people. Yeah.
Beth, do you have a source for your stories?
We'll
Herself.
we'll call your brother.
Yeah. I don't have any. I reserve the right to remain silent. No Polaroids will be found. Still has it. I hope she thinks it's a funny story.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
Karen
still
definitely
bitter
has them
about
up.
The woman? No.
She's still bitter about it.
Oh, no.
That little
she
gal
prays for
should
your
have
soul.
went to jail.
There were three of us. To be fair, there were three.
She's
of us.
prayed for your soul, if
Those
she's
things
even
are
still alive.
heavy.
No, weren't they made?
She's alive.
Oh, is
She's
she?
definitely still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. She's
Do you
she's
drive
praying
by?
for your soul.
Do you drive by and do this?
She's.
The dip.
Oh my God. Okay. The next time I go, I am taking a picture because she still lives in the same house and she still has the geese.
Say less. Come
Dead
on. I want a
serious.
picture
Oh
now.
my
the geese
God.
over again.
No, you have
Do it
to.
again.
Oh.
Didn't they make something similar? Wasn't it out of bowling pins? Didn't they do something like that?
I don't know.
I swear. Well, my grandma was into crafting in the 90s, and I swear there was some kind of craft that you can make like a porch animal with a bowling pin. I was like, how the hell am I getting my hands on a bowling pin to craft something? I don't know. You're unlocking all these memories today for me.
I don't know. These things were not bowling pins. They weighed like 60 pounds a piece. They were no joke.
No, I do remember those because there was a neighbor across the street from where I lived in Eureka, California, that she had like this, I don't know what exactly was. She had a geese that she would change. Like it had a rain hat and a coat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then it had a little apron. And then she had this other thing that was probably along the same lines, but it was a bear. And it had like outfits too. And then she had the actual like chainsaw carved bear kind of thing. And it had a little sign that she would change out. It held like its hands held a little wooden sign that would say, Happy St. Patrick's Day or Merry Christmas or something like that. She had that on her porch. And, yeah.
And you just never thought to steal it. Cool.
No.
Same.
Put it up for ransom.
Right?
It was a
He
genius.
obviously was nice.
No, that was genius.
No,
I
it
would
was
have-
perfect. I don't know.
I wish I had stories
You
like that.
You want to know the funny thing is I would have expected that from Christy on Long Island. Not the West Virginia girl.
No. It's always the ones that you don't assume.
Wait, are you agreeing with that? You don't think that sounds interesting?
Well, I mean, I think it does sound
Something
like
like-
you,
Oh, yeah. We'd do it today.
but yeah, I would expect it more from me. I definitely had mischief in my day. I didn't steal.
That's on the next
did other things.
WTF.
Yeah,
We'll
we've
get-
got stories
we'll get
coming.
Christy.
You definitely should bring her back. Share some stories.
Oh yeah, no, this has to happen. Absolutely has to happen.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
All right. Well, before we go, we've got our last and our best. It's time for the Florida fuckery.
Yes! Been waiting for this one.
All right. This one is not going to disappoint. So, reports of a man accused of performing illegal dentistry out of his apartment were given by NBC News in 2012. Yeah, just out of his apartment.
Heck yeah.
Like, how do you find that? Are we like Craigslist, offer up, Macari?
Macari.
I don't
You
know.
said Macari.
Friggin'
Oh, okay.
Craigslist. Be like, you need your teeth done? I got you. Come to my apartment.
Yeah, word of mouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
no.
travels.
That's what gets me. It's like, this is legit.
Yeah. So, John Calazos, aged 47, was arrested for the second time
Oh, wow.
impersonating a licensed dentist in the Miami area after kissing a woman's buttocks while trying to perform a procedure to help a toothache.
What does her buttocks have to do with the toothache?
You and me questions. I don't know. So the woman alleged that after this quote unquote paste that Calazos applied to her gums did not help the toothache, he said she would have to get a shot in the rear to help alleviate the pain, instructed her to bend over and bear it. And she then states that he proceeded to kiss her bare bottom and fondle her inappropriately in some areas. However, she did not leave at that time, from what I can understand. She does leave eventually and is, relatively unharmed without further incident. But her toothache was not taken care of. Let's say that. She was able to contact authorities, telling them that the apartment was set up with a waiting room and dental equipment. It looked all very convincing. And she had paid him roughly $65 to help her with her tooth pain.
First off,
It's $65.
if the dentist would have said, you got to take a shot in the rear, I'd have been like, yeah, no, that's not happening, doc. My mouth isn't down there.
Over.
Right.
Seriously,
They don't even give you penicillin. No, they do. They give you some shots in the rear now. Still, penicillin or something.
Not at the dentist.
Not at the dentist, but I was... No. The dentist should not be touching anything below your chin.
Yeah.
Period.
No, I know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think, and what the authorities do think is that he was preying on immigrants who didn't have access to like medical care. It's really shady, really shitty.
I guess. But
It makes me wonder, like, if you're in this country and you didn't think to question that, what happens in your country that you came from?
No.
The fuck happens to you in other countries where a shot in the butt for your tooth pain didn't have you coming forward for 2 years? Because this happened in 2010, and the second time he was arrested in Davies, Florida, in November of 2012 for practicing dentistry out of a warehouse. In a fucking warehouse.
I don't know why,
Seems
but
legit.
I see him in like a trench coat and fucking like a fedora in the back alley. Be like, hey, you need some work done? I got you.
Right.
Like,
He like opens his coat.
He opens
Yeah.
his coat and it's a drill and the anesthetic shot
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the cleaning tools, a little hand mirror, a little mini mirror.
What? Yeah.
I got you.
I got you.
Some of those little pick things.
Yeah.
$65. That's all.
65.
Wow.
65.
That's it?
I'm just also floored by the fact that people just like they're just going in a warehouse or an apartment to get this done.
Right.
Like,
When in the warehouse incident in which he was caught, were there any butts involved there? Or
Apparently
did he
not
change?
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He changed his
You
his
learned.
rules.
I guess maybe he was, decided not to sexually assault people.
Yeah, that poor woman.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get her toothache.
No,
fixed.
can you
And
imagine?
Like you leave with tooth pain and that.
Right. Right.
Ugh,
That's too much trauma for one event because
so
going to the
real.
already traumatic.
For sure.
That's trauma on trauma.
Yeah.
On trauma.
Yeah, that's a Thursday.
Right. So apparently
Trauma Thursday.
he was charged with practicing medicine without a license and battery of 4 victims. So at some point, there was 4 victims who came forward. I don't know.
Damn.
I just don't know. And to see his picture too, like when it came up on the article, he looks like a fucking skis. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He looks like a very despicable human being, and I wouldn't have wanted him touching me. He looks gross. Yeah.
You know,
So
now
that's
that you say
Florida.
that, I think that about a lot of dentists.
Oh, yeah.
That they don't really look all that like professional. So
Oh my
really
god, I
think
love
about
that.
my cousin's
love
a
my
dentist.
dentist.
You shut your face.
I love my dentist. She's fantastic. She's wonderful.
Well, mine is a female also, and I feel fine about her, but there is a male doctor in her office that I always am like, I don't know. Sideways
Yeah.
looking at a little bit. Like,
Yeah. I have worked in some dentist's office, and yeah, there's one guy in an office that I worked in. He was writing prescriptions for himself and filling them for Percocet, and he ended up, we had to let him go because the state came in and arrested him while he was supposed to be doing a root canal
Well,
because he was high and selling Percocet to people.
Oh, I love Percocet.
Yeah, I know you do. It's not good.
No, it's not.
No.
That's why those people happen. And
Yes.
that's why they get sold.
Yeah.
It's like a very black market item.
Yeah. It was really crazy. And there was like 3 or 4 patients that came in afterwards and were like, I don't know why I needed Percocet. I just had a filling. Like, here's the prescription back. He was just giving it out to everybody like candy.
He wanted to help
my
some people
God.
out.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
You had a
absolutely crazy.
filling. Oh, it hurts a little bit. Here.
Here you
Have
go.
a
Have some
Percocet.
Percocet. Yeah. And I'm sorry, you can't write a prescription and then fill it for yourself. You just can't do that. I don't know. People got to try, I guess. That's how we end up
like-
with WTF Wednesdays.
No one
Yeah.
fucking like was at the pharmacy and was like, "Sir, why are you getting this refilled so many times?"
I think it was after the 3rd time that happened. It took 3 times.
It took 3 times.
Yeah, it was crazy. We learned a lot that day. It was crazy. That's the same office that I worked for where the previous business manager embezzled about $180,000 from the 2 dentists that owned it right before I started there. Wow. And she went on the run and then had the nerve to have the job that she applied to in a different state call for a reference.
I'd just be cutting ties like, nope.
She literally, before they could be served and indicted, they left the state. And then the next thing I know, we're getting a request to verify employment for her. It was like 2 months after I started.
No.
10. Do not
Was
recommend.
there a reward? Because I would have been like, yes, give her the job. Listen, officers, I know where she's at during the day.
I know, right? Yeah. I was like, this is crazy.
And she's probably trying to commit another crime.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it was absolutely nuts.
You'd have been a hero.
I would have been, actually. I mean, again, you got to try, I guess, right? Whatever. I mean, I don't know that they got sent to jail or anything either, so I'm actually curious about that.
Yeah. I'd be curious too.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is a wrap for our first WTF this season. Thank you so much, Beth and Christy, for joining us. We're so glad that you came.
Oh my gosh, do not thank us. We are thanking you for having us on. I mean, this is like a dream come true.
Oh, no.
It's an honor.
Well, we are just incredibly thankful for you guys and, I don't know, our podcast besties, everybody. Please go over and visit them, listen to them. We're going to share their information on their podcast, and they have a Patreon that they're running. They're amazing ladies. You guys got to check them out. So make sure you guys go do that.
Thank you.
We hope you guys are all staying safe and well, and we'll be back with you next week with more fuckery to be had. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.